Here's what no one's going to tell you, especially to my high achieving go getters, about the month of December. Your month, your life doesn't stall in the month of December because it's been a long year and you're tired and you're exhausted. And it's like, okay, this is the last month and I've had it. No, it stalls because you spend the month taking responsibility for everyone else's urgencies while abandoning your own. Because during the month of December, it's holiday season, and you're expected to go shopping, and you're expected to put up the tree, and you're expected to get everything that they need, and to show up for everyone. But here's the thing: you're carrying everyone's expectations, deadlines, and emotional weight, and then you wonder why, when you enter the new year, you're depleted instead of decisive. You're depleted instead of having a plan. You're depleted instead of saying, okay, you know what? I know everything that I need, and I desire, and I want, and I know how I feel, right? And so December feels like it's hard for most people, but it really isn't. What's hard is the version of you that keeps saying yes to everything except what expands you. And so I want you to know, because I've been talking all month kind of about boundaries and rest, and to some degree how when you level up, people, fall off. That's really basic. This is about identity commitment, because the fastest way to sabotage December is to be available to everyone and accountable to no one, especially yourself. I'm going to say it again. The fastest way to sabotage, and this is really any month, it just so happens that we're going into the month of December, and I know what that means for people because it's the holiday season. But what it means to be available to everyone and accountable to no one, especially yourself. And so here's what you forget: December is not derailed by problems, right? It's derailed by priorities you did not choose. The world assigns you uh, closing your needs. Let's just say that, right? The world tells you what you need at the end of the year: last minute favors, emotional emergencies, because everybody's breaking down because of what they think they should have and don't have to give this holiday season. Rushed expectations. I need you right now. I need you to drop everything because of what I'm experiencing. People who suddenly want access to you because it's like, hey, I just met you and I think you're so wonderful. And it's all about their emotional needs at the end of the day. I don't know whether you get that. And then, since you're so good at it, right? Since you're good at it, I need you to do it. Since you're so good at all the Christmas wrapping, I need you to do that. Since you're so good at getting everybody to get along, I need you to work the room. Since you're so good at getting the projects done, the last minute things, I need you to do that. Since you're so good at taking care of the children, I need you to do that. And so what happens is you respond automatically because you're conditioned. And it's really, and we want to say it's out of kindness. Partially it is because I know you are the most kind and loving and just beautiful person, but mostly it's because you're conditioned. So this month actually forces you to confront a truth about yourself, because you're being loyal to responsibilities that don't build you, or stretch you, or even challenge you or grow you, right? And so December can be your best month when you stop responding to the pressure and start responding to your purpose. When is enough going to be enough for you? When is it going to be enough to say, you know what, this is yet another year that I didn't step fully into what I committed to at the beginning of the year, because I have to do all these things for all these people and show up and be the one. When are you going to be the one for you, though? When are you going to be the one for you? But here's a shift: your priorities are not flexible just because you're capable. Your priorities are not flexible just because you're capable. And because the truth is, just because you're capable doesn't mean you're called. Just because you're capable don't mean you're called. Just because you're capable don't mean that you should be the one to show up and do it all the time. When do they get to grow? When do you get to look over at them and say, you know what? I know that you have the capacity to do this as well. It's almost like we let everyone off the hook, because we feel that we're the one that's capable. If we don't do it, who else is going to do it? Them. If we don't do it, who else is going to do it? Them. The thing is, we built this story in our mind and we don't believe it. And so what happens is we become these martyr, these figures. It's almost like we become these idols in their world. We're the one. If we don't show up, it doesn't get done. Is that the truth? Because here's the truth. If you passed away tomorrow, would they struggle? Yes, but all people struggle in the beginning of anything. In the beginning of anything, you struggled. You didn't just become the strong person. No, things happen in your life. And as a result of that, you were built to handle the capacity, the things that you're able to happen, the things you're able to handle. It's going to be the same with them. Right. And the thing about it is right, like, you have to start saying yes to the version in the vision that intimidates you. And the reason why you don't let go of, can we be honest today? The reason why you don't let go is because you know on the other side of you letting go of the things that you are capable of doing, going to the things that you are called to do is going to require a higher version of you. And it's not just because you're scared, right? Because here's the thing, you're not going to fail because you're scared. Not at all. You're going to listen. The failure is going to come because you underestimate how much room you actually need to grow. When you're building a business, when you're looking to level up in your career, when you're looking to reconnect in your relationship, in your marriage, it's going to require another level of you. And so this month, I want you to let the month of December actually reveal the things that you don't want to admit. Because here's the thing, you've really outgrown the version of you keep giving yourself credit for. You even feel it. It's like your spirit man is like, man, it's even talking to you. It's like, oh man, I have these fears and these things are coming up. It's like, okay, why is that happening now? Why do you think you're feeling that way now? Why do you think that you're feeling like I don't fit anymore? Why do you think you're feeling like I'm in a room full of people that I, like I don't even belong here anymore? Why do you think that is? And you think you need another goal. You don't. You need a new level of capacity, mental, emotional, and spiritual, for the life you say you want. Hear me, because if your spirit man is coming up now and you're questioning it, it's because you had a desire on your heart. This is because you had a dream that you wanted to go to. It's because you had the business that you wanted to open. It's because you wanted to level up in your career. It's because you wanted a new foundation of love. It's because you wanted a new level of relationship with your children, right? So this is something you said you want. But but here's the question. What are you willing to stop postponing? What are you willing to, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna use December as yet another excuse because it's the holiday season. This next level is not going to demand more grind. It's going to demand you to be truthful and honest. Truth about what you really want, truth about who you really are, truth about the vision you keep diluting so it doesn't threaten people who expect you to stay accessible. You're so afraid of what they're going to say and do that you actually dilute it. And this is the funny part. You show up as a strong person. You show up as like, nobody's going to hold me back. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm going to do what it is I want to do. You say that in one breath, and in the next breath, you do everything they expect you to do. Let's make that make sense. But December can be a month where the vision either expands or expires. You can 10x this thing, but you got to start saying yes to the vision that scares you instead of the one that you're comfortable in. That's the only version that transforms you, is the one that scares you the most. And it's going to feel hard. Do you remember the first time you stepped into your first job? It felt hard until, guess what? You were trained, until you started to do it every single day. You built a habit. Now you could do it in your sleep. I've been in my corporate career 28 years. I can do my job in my sleep. I literally work a multi-million, as a matter of fact, $198 million deal I'm doing right now in my sleep. If somebody new coming in, they would be intimidated. They'd be scared. They would be scared of the number. They would be scared of the legal verbiage. All I'm not intimidated nor scared because I've done it so much. I've been in this position over the last 14 years. I've done it so much I could do it in my sleep. It's the same for you. But we got to stop quitting on yourself. And last week I talked about all the ways we micro quit on ourselves. It's the small things, the things that we put off, the things that we don't show up for ourselves. It's the thing when we wake up in the morning, we refuse to check in with ourselves. Oh, because I got to go check on the kids. Oh, because I got to do this for my husband. Oh, I got to do this for my friends. Oh, I got to do this for the job. It's all the things that's keeping you from the very things that you know deep down that you desire and you want, and you just keep putting it off as if tomorrow is promised. The only thing that's promised is the same habit that you keep doing over and over again. The only thing that's promised is the thing that you desire to change, and you actually do it, because the hardest thing about change is doing something differently the next day. Hello, somebody. So I want you to start saying yes to the identity you've been afraid to embody, because this is where most high performers, high achievers stall. They keep building goals on top of identities they've already outgrown. When is the next time you're going to do something that stretches you? I'm going to be completely honest. Me hosting my first retreat is stretching me. It's stretching me. It's fearful. Like, it's the truth. As business owners, as entrepreneurs, we have to start being honest. And I refuse, absolutely refuse to go into another year. I refuse to go into 2026 with 2019 and 2020 emotions. I refuse to go into 2026 with 1998 trauma. I refuse to go into 2026 being the same old, doing the same old, experiencing the same old, because I don't have to. Because what I understand is, yes, the first one is going to be fearful, of course. However, and when I get to the vision that God has shown me, I'm going to have done these retreats so many times. So many women are going to have come, and they're going to have been healed, and they're going to walk through, and they're going to speak their transformation stories, that by the time I get finished, honey, this movement, this 1% nation movement of women is going to change the game, change the world. So yes, it feels that way. However, it's no more building goals in the place. I've outgrown certain places and spaces. And so you can't enter 2026 as the woman you were in 24. You can't hold it. You can't carry it. Here's the thing. She doesn't have the mindset currency for what's coming. She doesn't. And so I don't really believe in failure. I believe that every there's always lesson, because there's a blessing in every lesson. In the lesson we don't get to learn anymore is that always don't open new doors. We can do this. And you get to expand. And I know that no one tells you that you don't need to upgrade your habits. Your habits follow your identity. The identity, right? That's already within you. You felt it for a long time now. You've been feeling this pull and this calling to step up, to create, to seek first the kingdom. I'm going to give my disclaimer. I'm not here to tell you who and what you believe in. However, and I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So and you're going to hear me reference that. And when I speak about seeking first the kingdom, you can apply it to whatever it is you here to believe. And I'm not here to tell you that. And what I'm here to tell you is this: in the month of December, if you whatever you put first in your life is going to determine and dictate what happens in 26. Okay. And so first means what? And I'm sorry, you're going to see me look down at my notes. First means priority. First means the principal thing. First means before all others. First means most important. First means highest value placed on something. First means above everything. First means established as a primary. Okay. So what you seek, right? What you seek first is going to determine how your 2026 is going to be. And so he says, if you seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all their others will be given to you, right? I'm paraphrasing right now. And it's Matthew 6 in 6:33, I believe it is, in the Bible. So you can go there and read it for yourself. And I pray that you do. And I pray that you do. Seek first the kingdom. Why am I telling you this? Because when you seek first the kingdom, it's going to help you with the identity. See, your spirit man is the thing that's pulling you. But if you haven't tapped into the spirit, you don't understand what's happening. You just feel off. You're like, like, I just don't feel like myself. I'm sad. I'm depressed. Yes, because the old parts of you are grieving. You're grieving the old parts of you that cannot go with you. You're feeling it, but you don't want to do anything about it. So I'm here to tell you in the last month of November that what you do and what you seek in December is going to determine what's going to happen in 2026. So this is the month where you have to decide what version of you leads, what version of you earns, what version of you commands the room, what version of you sets the standard, because all 2026 we are setting a new standard. Okay, and it's going to start with what you decide today. And so it's going to start. So seek first the kingdom. What am I telling you? Start with your spirituality. Build a firm foundation in what you believe in, because what you believe in is going to help you to believe in you. Woo! What you believe in is going to help you believe in you. Because the thing is, it can't be external anymore. This got in this season, it got to be you and God. In this season, it's got to be you and Jesus. This season got to be you and whoever that you believe in. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm just here to tell you that Jesus, my Lord and Savior, has got me. He's taken me from laying on the ground, from being in trauma and always in drama, to a world of peace, to a world of purpose, to a world of fulfillment. And here I am. He's given me this thing. And he said, you know what? I'm going to give you this retreat. And it's called Design the Women. You're going to help women start to design a life that they love so they can start loving the life that they live. Because here's what we know. When you help a woman get her mind and her money right, she is going to fully walk into her purpose, because guess what that does? It takes away the worries. And this is why we seek first the kingdom, because guess what that does? Because he didn't give us the spirit of fear and or worry. And it's going to help you to remove those things that you're worried about. So this is why we have to get in the room and get off the Zoom, because what's going to happen in the room is going to give you perspective, give you framework. So now guess what? We're not worried about the paycheck. We're not worried about when the money comes, because what's going to happen is we're going to give your money direction. We're going to give you the tools and the framework that's going to help you to go to that next level of thought. We're going to have clarity in the vision. So if you're in between the stages and you don't quite understand what's happening with you, we're going to help you to understand that, because first we have to get clear, right? Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain. Well, we can't write it plain if you lack clarity. So that's what we're going to do, okay? Because the woman who shifts her identity will shift her outcomes effortlessly. The man who shifts his identity, and I know, men, this retreat is built for my high performing, high achieving women, and there are so many other places and spaces out there for you. You know, you got you have Myron Golden. There's so many different places. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. They do so many things with men, right? You got to get yourself in the right rooms. The rooms that's going to help you level up. The rooms that's going to show you that there are black and brown men and women out here who think differently, who think on another level. I was a coach in Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. I was a coach in his community for 3 years. I'm going to tell you, I've met some of the most magnificent people in those communities. Those people who are not just around here, downing everybody and gossiping, and all they're doing is leveling up, and they're doing it scared, and they're doing it afraid. And that's exactly, he was the catalyst that told me, go build your own table. That's exactly why I'm building it. And guess what? When you build your own table, you can't come into building the table with the mindset that got you to this place. It's going to require another level of you. It's going to require another mindset. It's going to require a shift. It's going to require a pivot. It's going to require a turn. It's going to require parts of you to die. It's going to require you to grieve. It's going to require you to walk away from things and people and places that you used to frequent that you can't frequent anymore. And it's not that there's something bad or something wrong with them. It's just that God is taking you to a new dimension. He wants to take you to a new place. He wants you to be in a new space, and you have to be able to surrender that. Lord, I am ready. I am here right now in the month of December. I am choosing you. I am choosing you to be my priority. I'm going to now seek you. I'm tired of making everything else my idol. Okay, we don't want to admit that too, and that's exactly what we do when we look for external validation instead of looking to the hills. So I want you to say yes to becoming him. I want you to say yes to becoming her. Everything else aligns. So I'm just going to give you 3 practical shifts, right, to make December your best month yet, okay? So 3 shifts. Audit your availability. Audit your availability. Who gets the version of me I reserve for myself? If the answer is your clients, your coworkers, your family, or the world, you're already going to be behind. I need you to redirect your energy. I want you to take all your premium energy so that you can get this premium outcome and put it into you. I need you to audit your energy. If it's draining you, it's training you to stay in a lower vibration, and therefore you can't get on God's frequency to have what He has for you. Oh my God, do you understand that? Do you understand that you're His first priority? So, what happens when you make Him yours? What happens? But you got to preserve the energy for Him. So, what does that mean? When the first thing you get up in the morning, I need you to 5 minutes. All I'm asking you for, all God is asking you for, is just give me 5 minutes in the morning. And I know there's some people who can get up 3 o'clock in the morning and they can meditate, they can pray. You'll get there when you get there. Let's start with 5 minutes. See, don't go to this level of perfectionism. Eric Thomas, every morning at 3 a.m., he gets up and he does what he does. And that's great for Eric Thomas. But God is calling you in your name to start where you are. He doesn't need you to be an Eric Thomas. He doesn't need you to be a Tony Robbins. He doesn't need you to be a Keon Henderson. He doesn't need you to be Oprah. He doesn't need you to be all those people that you're watching on the screen. He needs you to be you. And he needs you to start from right where you are and build from where you are. Take his hand. Watch what happens when you do. But you have to preserve you. So the first thing I need you to do is audit your availability. Stop being available for everything and everyone. I need you to be available for you. Next thing, collapse your timelines. We procrastinate in some of the most sophisticated ways, child. The scrolling, the avoidance, over preparing, over polishing, over perfecting. Do you know when I do these videos, I do one take, one cut, and I let it be what it be. Do you know why I do that? Because I'm not trying to be perfect. I know that when people come to YouTube and they want to watch it, they like, your audio should be good. You should have this. I don't have that right now. But you know what I do have? I have God's word. I have wisdom. I have the things that I've studied. I have the things that I've been taught. And so I'm going to come here and give that to you until the other things change. This is what it is. So I need you to set a 72-hour rule for every priority for the month of December. If it matters, move it within 72 hours or delete it. If it matters, move it within 72 hours or delete it. Because we procrastinate so much. We have to get into action. Okay. So I need you to start collapsing these timelines. It doesn't take, do you know it's people with money who will call somebody, they'll want to throw a party for like 300 people or a wedding in a week. Do you know they actually are able to pull that off? You know why they're able to pull it off? Because they collapse timelines and they just say, get it done. And guess what people do? Get it done. You can do the same too. It doesn't take money. It takes determination. It takes will. It takes application to say, you know what it really takes? Let me say what it is. A decision. I need you to decide. I need you to decide. Last thing, I need you to switch from momentum to mastery. Momentum is about movement. Mastery is about meaning. December is not, it's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. And I want you to do what matters most from excellence, from a place of excellence. And you have to ask yourself, right, what creates the highest impact with the least emotional leakage? Because again, what we're talking about, preserving your energy. So I'm just going to tell you, what you do in December is going to tell you exactly where your next level is. But you got to make the decision. Make the decision. If you feel it, like it's, you know, what's so interesting? People will watch the videos, watch the clips, and they'll just watch. When are you going to go from watching to executing? Execution is king. Execution is king. This is one of the reasons why, again, I know you guys hear me talk about the retreat that I'm having, and it's going to be from April 30th to May 2nd, 2026, because I'm not about this motivation and inspiration. That's temporary things. I'm talking about elevation. Elevation, taking you to the next level, right, of what it is that you desire to achieve, right? That's the purpose of it. Like getting this, the framework is everything. We're not talking about fluff. We've had enough of this rah-rah cheerleading stuff. No, we need practical steps to get you clear, to get you moving that energy, to help to help shift your perspective, to help you to know where you get to pivot. Because I want you to understand that you can choose to, you get to, and you're blessed to pivot. And we're not in here just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's not it. Because guess what? All that shouting and praising is cute. And what you gonna do with it, boo? All that shouting and praising is cute. But what you gonna do with what he told you to do? What you gonna do with that obedience? What are you gonna do? It requires a certain level of sacrifice. It requires you to do a new thing. It requires you to walk in a new room. And are you going to do that? This is where the shift happens, right? So if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking to understand what it is, to how to grow in the transition, how to shift in the transition, what all ways need to move so that you can walk through these new doors. That's what Design to Win retreat is for. It's for people who are ready to step into it. And guess what? When I say ready, that doesn't mean that there is no fear. That doesn't mean there's no fear there. That doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean anything to do with fear. We are fearful and we're doing it anyway. We're flying high anyway. This is where you step into the version of yourself that life has been demanding, but yet you haven't fully embodied. We're going to have one of the best financial people to me in the US, that's just to me, in that room. Why? What did I say? When we help a woman get her mind and her money right, then you can fully step into love. This is why you're waking up and you're angry. This is why you're confused. This is why you're procrastinating. This is why you're lethargic. This is why you're not sleeping at night. We can keep blaming on the menopause. We can keep blaming it on the alcohol. We can keep blaming on them. Or we can turn around and say, guess what? I'm the CEO of my life. I can hire and fire accordingly. Let me get into a room with like-minded women, because it's only going to be 15, where we can be dedicated and focused on getting clear, getting what it is that I need, that's going to help me to be better in my career, to be better in my business, to be a better mother, to be a better friend, to be a better wife, to be a better girlfriend, or to find the love that you so desperately want altogether, to even understand why the thing that you so desperately want isn't even here yet. And it requires you to do something different. It's going to require you to trust that everything isn't a scam, that sometimes the mindset, the way you're thinking, the way you're looking at the world, the way you're looking at coaching, the way you're looking at therapy, the way you're looking at community, sometimes the scam is you. And it's going to cost you something. Every level of me has cost me something. It's cost me my time. And here's the thing, it's cost me money. And guess what? As a result of that cost, I have never been more at peace, more in love with my life than ever before. Now, sure, there's things that I don't like. And guess what I'm doing? I am pivoting. I am moving. I don't want to drive into my job anymore. So guess what I'm doing? I am fully committing to my business. The month of December is not going to be another month that's about everybody else. It's going to be about God's business, which is what? My business. My Father said, speak my words. Don't worry about everything else. What did he tell you to do? Because the thing is, he told you to do something, but you're worried about everything else and everybody else. That will take care of itself. But this is why you also got to get in the room, because we all get a word. We all get something. And there's distractions that happen along the way. But if you get in a room with other people who've gotten the word, and they can help you do what? Get focused, get laser focused, and get in. Get into the zone of where he's calling you to. So I'm telling you, this is not the end of the year. It's the beginning of your next level. December is not the end of the year. It's the beginning of your next level. It's the beginning of setting that new standard that we're going to walk in 2026. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're setting the standard all 2026, and it's going to start in that retreat. The question is, are you going to be in the room? That's something that you get to answer. But this month is going to ask you to choose. Will you keep being available to everything that limits you, or will you finally say yes to the version of you that can hold what God is trying to give you? He's trying to give you the abundance. He's trying to give you the love. He's trying to give you the man. He's trying to help your relationship with your parents. He's trying to help you with your relationship with your children. He's trying to help you. But will you say yes to the vision? Will you say yes to the identity? Will you say yes to the version of you that keeps postponing it and putting it off over and over and over again? Listen, it's not about just finishing strong. We always talk about finishing strong. How about you get to finish a line? How about you get to step into the alignment of it all? Because that's what it is. You are out of alignment. What you did in the summer is not fitting in the fall. What you did in the spring will not work into in the winter. You're not aligned with the season that you're in. And it's time that you do it. And I love you so very much. December is going to be a fire year. It's going to be a fire month. It's going to set off a fire year is what I meant to say. And I hope that you come and watch every single Sunday. I hope that you join us on the retreat. And if you want more information about it, it's going to be in the link at the bottom of this video. And I love you, and I hope you have the most amazing Sunday. Bye now.